Hooah! How to choose the right idea to pursue. Maybe you're in a position where you're working 9 to 5 and you're like, I want to quit my job and start my own business, but I don't have a great idea. Or you have an idea, you're working on it, and you've got a couple others that keep coming up and you're wondering, should I go this way or should I stick to the one I have? Or what a lot of entrepreneurs have is too many ideas. How do I pick the right one to move forward on? I get that frustration because in 2008, I moved to San Francisco and I decided I'm not going to start a company. I'm just going to build a bunch of tools. I actually hired my buddy and we just came up with ideas around frustrations and friction that I had in my life. And we just built a set of different tools. We built almost a dozen. And many years later, when I look at the couple that I still use every day, there's a pattern, and I also had to make this decision. Every time I sold a company and I started a new one, I had to kind of figure out where's my passion, where's the ideas, what's the future of a market, and how do I decide that's the business I want to be in. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. The first strategy is to be an idea generator. At the end of the day, if you want to come up with a great idea, I think it starts by coming up with many ideas. So there's different ways to do this, but the first one is just walking around and making a list of different frustrations that you come up with in your life. Or if you think of friends of yours that have businesses, coming up with like 10 ways that you think they might be able to improve their business. Now, it's not about quality, it's about quantity. You just want to start flexing that idea muscle so that you can get good at identifying opportunities to start a business. Start there. Second one is when I come up with an idea to pursue is I assume I'm wrong, which is a totally different approach. It's very schizophrenic in many ways because you have to start here where you go, I know that there's an opportunity, but on the flip side, I'm wrong, or I assume I'm wrong about the way I'm going to approach it. But the reason why I do that is because then I start asking myself, what's the riskiest assumptions about this idea? And if I start with the riskiest one and I prove it, then I move to the next one. So second strategy, just assume you're wrong and work with the riskiest assumption so that you can avoid building something that nobody wants. The third one for me is it's got to be a painkiller, not a vitamin. In business, they talk about a must-have versus a nice-have. And if you look at all the top companies out there that have built products that have scaled to $1 billion in revenue or $1 billion in valuation, they were all things that people were frustrated. It was a friction. And they built a great, simple, focused solution, and it solved that pain. Other things that are more nice to have, or what I call vitamins, they really don't have a customer that's going, I must get this, I must pay for this. They're just like, yeah, that would be nice. I guess it would improve the quality of my life, but it wouldn't solve a problem or help me do a job. And that, to me, is a big thing. So that's number 3. Number 4 is figuring out if you have domain experience in that idea. Once you start flexing your idea muscle and creating different ideas for your friends and stuff, you'll see opportunities all around you. But once you look at that set of different approaches or strategies or business ideas, you got to figure out which one that you feel like, I'm passionate about this and I actually have experience in this market, and that's probably the one that's going to lean towards your expertise and skills better than somebody else. So domain experience is a big one. And number 5 is my approach to building, taking an idea and actually getting validation is 2-week sprints on one idea, not 3 on one. So you essentially say, in 2 weeks, I'm going to validate this idea by maybe talking to 10 different people that might have the problem, building a clickable prototype, getting pre-orders, but whatever it is, it's a 2-week sprint. And if you're like, Dan, that doesn't sound like a lot of time to validate an idea, just go to a startup weekend. I was fortunate enough to sit on the board of that organization. They do over 500 events a year, and Startup Weekend in 54 hours produces teams, ideas, and validation that they present on Sunday night. So Friday, kind of 5 o'clock till Sunday night, they actually go out into the market, validate it. Some of them come back with customers, working prototypes. So if you've ever experienced that, you know that a 2-week timeline, even working part-time nights and weekends, will give you time to validate that idea. That's what I want to have. So number 1, be sure you become an idea generator. Number 2, assume that you are wrong. Start with the riskiest assumption. 3 is create a painkiller, not a vitamin. 4, have domain experience in the idea so that you can have an unfair advantage. And 5, set those 2-week sprints to really validate the business. That's how I've decided to pursue a business or come up with from a bunch of ideas down to a couple that I want to move forward and test. I want to challenge you, as per usual, to live a bigger life and a bigger business, and I'll see you next week. Hey there, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel to get other tips on how to start and grow your business. If you want to get exclusive training, invites to events, and community contests, subscribe to my newsletter. And if you need more information right now and you want to get going, you want to consume some more videos, check out the couple that I've listed there for you. I'll see you next Monday.